pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got to prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got to prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Chubb on the counter. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 11 now. Hands it off out of the gun. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yellow. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. And again, it's Chubb. Room here to... There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
York able to send this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
From the 6. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They go up the middle with Chubb. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 26 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now I don't think they have any choice.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 19-yard line.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 4 yards remain for second down. Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Mahomes got to have this one.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Greg Newsom.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
York on now for the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, Just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
And he's got it down to the 28.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now Chubb running right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
239 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Chubb will get the call running left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
One final try from Mahomes. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camp, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Ay, I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loop boots in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Cleveland. This one taken just inside the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 55 yards. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From the 6. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They run it again with Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
And Chubb will try the middle here. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 29, Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Handoff comes to Chubb. 89 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Chubb on the counter. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39.
York able to send this one through.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth-quarter do-or-die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Now a give, this is McKinnon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, McKinnon.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Handoff, it's McKinnon.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's McKinnon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chiefs are able to move back in front. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Browns 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded right at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Here's McKinnon on the draw. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day. One-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And again, it's Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired.
Second and 7.
Chubb will get the call, running left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash.
York able to send this one through.
And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 35.
From the gun, they will run McKinnon. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for him. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their 1st timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on him man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 43 yards.
And the Chiefs will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now Watson.
He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
43.
Back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.